Hi there. Well, I made one of these earlier, but I decided to try to go ahead and do something else because I forgot to mention a couple of things. So this is pros and cons of sleeping with headphones. Anyway, the pros and cons of this is when you're trying to sleep, usually your brain is trying to work, and when you're wearing headphones, I was reading a study on it, and it shows that, and I agree with it because this happens. That a lot of people, whenever they go to sleep, they're trying to listen to some kind of music or something like that to help them get to sleep. But usually that music doesn't cut off through your headphones, whether it's Bluetooth or one that's plugged in to your phone or to your radio or something like that. You're trying to go to sleep, but you can't really go to sleep because it keeps playing, playing, playing because it makes your brain work. Your brain is receiving input, stimulus, so your brain's going to naturally work and work and work. And it's kind of hard to shut down. It's kind of hard whenever you get up in the mornings and stuff. It's just trying to hard to get motivated because your brain hasn't had any rest. And so if your brain doesn't have any rest, how can your body have rest? So that's the one thing you might want to consider about headphones and how long you listen to them. Some people go to sleep to use binaural beats and stuff, and I've tried that, and it's like I said, it helps to begin with, but after a while, it kind of gets monotonous. You know what I mean? It kind of gets boring because you hear it all the time and everything. And while it does help in some cases, it doesn't help in all cases. It's best to usually find you a set of headphones or use your timer on your phone if you got Bluetooth headphones to shut the phone down at a certain time when you think you might fall asleep. Because if you don't, then your brain's receiving all that input, and it's like I said, it's hard for you to get any rest. So what I do now is instead of listening to my work tunes all the way through the night, I usually, if I don't feel like I need to, oh, thanks for the thumbs up. If I don't feel like I need to use any work tunes or whatever, or help me get to sleep, I use my regular earmuffs, and I can sleep through them the whole night. Well, pretty much the whole day because that's when I go to sleep. My sleep pattern is pretty darn weird because I usually work out of 2 nights during the week. I work from like 6 in the afternoon to 6 in the morning. So I can't fall asleep at work. And I used to do this 3.5 days a week when I worked over another job. So I'm used to doing it now. So and my body is like, I'm not shutting down for that. I'm still going to do that. I was like, okay, well, just try to get to sleep. It's not like I actually taught myself, but like that. I do, but I'm not that crazy. But it's kind of hard to get to sleep when you got binaural or some kind of music or binaural beat or some kind of humming or some kind of thing going on, and the thing doesn't shut down. They have a new product out called the sleep or sleep cocoon, and what it is a headset you put over your ears, and it plays soothing music. It can play binaural music. It can beats. It can play all that and other, and it has a system where it measures when you go into REM sleep. So it'll shut down eventually, and it'll measure your sleep patterns and through REM sleep and all that other stuff. And when you wake up in the morning or whenever time you wake up, all you do is you go to your phone and you check out how you slept. So, and it also prevents noise from coming in. It also plays like a white noise, so that it keeps you asleep. And something monotonous, something that's not changing, it won't disturb your brain waves, your brain patterns, as much as something that changes in tone and tune or whatever. Like somebody talking or something in your ear or music playing. Some people can fall asleep to it and have no effect, you know, but others, they can't sleep, with their brain constantly working. Um, some people, whenever they fall asleep, their brain shuts down, and I mean, their ears kind of like shut off, and and they don't even hear nothing anymore, even if they got the headphones on. But a lot of people can't do that. They still hear the input, and their brain is like, receiving all that stuff, and I can't rest. So that's why I do. That's what I use. What I use because now even more because like my father before me, I couldn't really sleep. Or now the older I get, I can't sleep all that well because of my job. Or the job I had, and I still got like 2 days I work like that. So it's kind of hard to sleep. I can't get enough sleep because um, one, I got a dog barking. Two, people going back and forth out that are in drive here to the school. A lot of noise coming by, a lot of motorcycles, a lot of Herbie barking at the brown trucks and the mail ladies and stuff, the mail carriers. And it gets really noisy. So, up until about 3 years ago, I started trying to find a nice headphone earmuff to help me get to sleep. But I'm finding more and more it's probably better to just wear earmuffs, which is hearing protectors, noise reduction. That way it blocks out the sound. My brain doesn't have to be overstimulated from all his barking and all the cars going up and down, all the school buses and stuff. And really, I found too, and people suggest this, get you a low profile earmuff like this. Because that low profile, you don't have a bulky ear cup sticking out. Also, get you one that goes around your ear, not on your ear, because there's no noise reduction in that, or if it is, it's not enough. Get you something that goes over your ear, surrounds your ear, because if you don't have enough noise reduction blocking out all that sound, and it's harder to focus on sleep. And of course, if you have that, if you have like a headphone earmuff like Peltor does, they have that, and it's which work tunes there. It's easier to get to sleep quicker, yeah, but just make sure you get your timer on and everything. And eventually, if it's a big headphone earmuff, if it's big and bulky, hopefully you'll just kind of push it off when you're sleeping or something like that, and then you can get on to REM or whatever, and you can wake up refreshed and feeling good and stuff like that. And your brain's got a lot of rest. So because if you don't, like I said, you'll be sluggish. You can't think straight. You lose memory loss, things like that, and that's not good. Can't remember things. Can't concentrate. Can't get motivated. Having recall problems. Kind of memory issues. If your brain doesn't get in rest because it's processing all that music or whatever's playing during the night. So, like I said, but in other cases, it's good to help you get to sleep. Wearing headphones, earmuffs, not earmuffs, wearing the binaural, not binaural, oh my gosh, headphones. Okay, let me just put it like that. Headphones. If you wear headphones, put your timer on, or put a certain timer on your radio, whatever, if it's got one. That way, if you're 30 minutes into trying to get to sleep, then it'll shut down, and that's what a lot of these sleep headphones do. These outcoming ones, like work. I mean, sleep cocoons. But like these work tunes, they don't do that. But whenever you set your timer on your phone, on your Bluetooth device or whatever, to a certain video, you might watch a 30-minute video that's got some kind of soothing noise or something like that to it, a sound to it. And then there you go. It'll after 30 minutes it'll shut down unless you select another video. If you go to a playlist, then you might as well forget it because it'll play that one and that one and that one, on YouTube or something like that. And so that's really helpful to have something in your sleep arsenal to help you get to sleep and not keep your brain awake. That way, if it keeps your brain awake, your body's awake too. I mean, you can't get rest, and you can't get that REM sleep, that you really, really need. And the older I get, the more I found that out. Because my dad, he had a sleep issue with, he couldn't get to sleep, at times because his mind kept working, his brain kept working. And some people have that problem. And he was a Vietnam veteran, so there you go. That explains that. And even though he couldn't hear as well, he had some tendonitis. So a lot of that helped keep him up, and his mind was constantly working on things he needed to do and stuff like that. There was nothing really to soothe him to sleep. So I kind of got a little bit of that, I guess, genetically, but it's also because of the job I work. But now, and I found the less sleep I get, the worse I feel, And if I get 2 hours of sleep, it's like, oh, I'm okay because at least I got some. Well, yeah, at least I got some, but I need more. I need more sleep. That way, I wake up, my body heals up better, and things like that. Because if you don't, then you're whether you think you're all right or not, you're not. Your body needs time to heal, repair, and things like that. So you need something that's comfortable on your ears, and that's why whenever I do my videos and I show the gels and I show the fleece and everything like that, because that helps me go to sleep. It helps comfort my ears, therefore it helps comfort me, and I'm comfortable in the bed, then I can get to sleep faster. So, like I said, but more so now than ever, I'm trying to go toward the just wearing earmuffs because of the loudmouth over here in cars and stuff, and if I do listen to the radio, Bluetooth on my phone here, or whatever, and then I could just listen to something that's a little soothing or whatever, or help me get to sleep, and maybe like put it on an hour video and no other playlist, and or use my timer on my phone, and it cuts off, and I'm asleep, and I might be wearing them, but it also is blocking noise and sounds from other things that still helps me stay in sleep. So it's got like a double-edged sword there. But in some cases, though, when you're wearing headphones, that's not so much, because it keeps playing and playing and playing and playing, you know. But whereas you have something that's noise reduction, keeps sound out after you sleep, that's pretty good. So you just kind of got to figure out the pros and cons of it yourself. But there are pros and cons to everything. One thing puts you to sleep, another thing keeps playing, and your brain can't sleep. Or the phone won't shut down, or something like that. Or if you have sleep headphone earmuffs, after the music goes off, then they keep you to sleep because of the noise reduction. So, so you got to make a choice for yourself. Which ones you would get. I highly recommend that you get the Work Tunes Connect, or actually, scratch that. Well, they're good, but the other work tunes, the ones that come before these are the 90540. These are 90543s, but the 90542s and the 905s 41 work tunes seem to do better because they have a shut off. They shut off at a certain time, I believe it is. So they might be a little bit bulkier, but if you go to bed sleeping and stuff, trying to get to sleep, if you put those on, you can switch to AM, FM. It's better if you sleep on your back anyway until you go to sleep. And then somehow or another, if you fade off to sleep and they cut off, then you kind of can nudge your head a little bit and they'll come right off. Hopefully, you don't roll over and break them, but they're pretty tough. I think they're pretty tough. But these sleep cocoons, man, I can't wait till they come out. But I don't know if I have enough money to try them. But yeah, it's probably better just to go with the sleep earmuffs first and try that, and then go to your work tunes or headphones or earmuff headphones. I suggest these because they're earmuff and a headphone at the same time. They got hi-fi and all that other stuff, and of course the Bluetooth. So anyway, that's just my recommendation. You can go with anyone you want. You can go with Cosses. You can go Pioneers. You can go with JBLs and whatever else, whatever the Bluetooth headphones are, and it's totally your prerogative. But if your brain is not shut down from all the noise, you can't sleep. If there's too much noise going on, too much stimulation other than a white noise box fan running or something like that, or a white noise machine, you can't sleep. And that sucks, you know? What are you doing? Oh, he's over here getting underneath the covers. But anyway, I thought that's just make a video on that because it really gets hard to get to sleep when you don't have the, uh, you know, the ability to shut the thing off when you try to get to sleep. And but when it does, that's a lot better because your brain is able to get rest. You're able to get rest. Your body's able to get rest, and it even helps to have some kind of something that's soft on your ears and everything. Because if you'll notice, if you ever get something soft on your ears and stuff like that, and you're listening to it, it's a radio, whatever headset. I mean, a headphone headset. Um, you're able to get to sleep quicker. You know what I mean? And so think about that. All these are pros and cons to that. You know, and it just depends on what you like, what's more comfortable to you. But if you don't get your brain shut down, if you don't cut off that input, your brain can't get rest. And so, what's more important is your brain gets rest, so your body gets rest. If your brain is resting, then naturally your body will follow also. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I keep beating around the bush. But anyway, my opinion is the Work Tunes Connect they are the best headphone earmuff for you. But you might have something else that you like, and they're all, and of course they're Bluetooth. But they don't have a timer. Your phone has a timer. I think it just depends on what you got it hooked up to, whatever, and that way you can get rest. Your brain, the thing shuts down, and you're good to go. But some people got to listen to something all the way through to sleep time, and maybe that's good for them. Maybe they can do that. Maybe their brain shuts down and permanently just blocks all the listening out. But me personally, I hear some kind of residual sound even when I'm sleeping. So it's like, okay, I cannot sleep because my brain's working, So that's why I just switched to just regular earmuffs. But then again, I can use, headphone earmuff like the Worktunes Connect whenever I can't seem to get to sleep. But after that, then I need it for them to shut down so I can sleep. But anyway, I just wanted to share that real quick. And like I said, I made another video before this one. This is going 2 minutes over than I wanted to, but that's okay. And the best thing I found is low profile. Low profiles are these right here. That way, you're not going like this. Some people can't sleep in bulky headphones, or like these right here. They're a little bit thicker, but they also got a little smaller profile, and they're not smaller than these, but they are small. See, these are a little bit wide. These are wider yet. The big bulky ones, all comfortable. Oh, you too. I didn't know you were on there. Enjoyed it, sir. Thank you, sir, for getting on there, sir. Anyway, um, yeah, it's the gentleman that sent me some work tunes one time. But anyway, yeah, it's better if you have something that's going to benefit you, that'll benefit your ability to sleep, than to benefit your noise reduction or trying to sleep. And some headphones that you plug in to the radio or to your phone, they might keep playing and playing and playing. But the Bluetooth ones, if you got a timer on your phone, then you can put the time on there and say, okay, let's shut down, or put it on a certain time video, and then it shuts down, and that way your brain sleeps, and then you sleep. You get rest. You have these nice dreams. But anyway, I thought I'd just recommend that, and these big hard headphones and that crank your neck up, maybe not so good. And it just depends on what you find out there. Does a Bluetooth one or whatever, just a regular old school type, But just keep in mind that your brain needs to rest, and like I said, it's a good thing too if you got a lot of noise, a lot of barking, a lot of carrying on, a lot of bus driving, a lot of UPS trucking, a lot of mail carriers coming back and forth, and a lot of people making noise. Just go out there and get your regular set of earmuffs, you know. And also too, make them comfortable. If you got fleece, put some fleece in there. If you don't mind that against your ears, because it'll make your ears rest better. And when your ears rest better, you rest better, your brain rests better, and you sleep better. So just make sure whatever you wear for a headset is comfortable. Because if it's not, you'll know it. It will hurt your ears. It will pinch your ears to no end. And some people get headaches from wearing it and stuff. Anyway, that's just my recommendation. The pros and cons of that. You got big headphones, you got little headphones, whatever. You got, it's just you got to find what's best for you. And that's why it's really important to do a lot of research online before you even buy headphones, Bluetooth, whatever, But shoot, you can go straight to Walmart and buy a pair of earmuffs, not the furry kind, because they might have a tiny bit of a noise reduction, especially in winter, whatever. But they're not the ones that you want to wear. Now I see kids wear them a lot, but I guess it's because they're comfortable on the ears and make you go to sleep quicker. So that's why I say add fleece to them, so you have noise reduction and you have comfort at the same time, help you go to sleep. But if you have a WordTunes Connect, you have a stereo, you have noise reduction, and you have warmth, all three in one. Comfort. Anyway, so I just thought I'd recommend that. I hope that's helped somebody. Thanks for watching, whoever's watched. Thanks for the thumbs up. God bless. Take care, and hope you got something out of this video. Pros and cons of stereo headphones, Bluetooth headphones as well. Get something good around your ear, all the way around your ear, because if you don't, then you got something on your ear that just it makes you go crazy. Make sure your brain rests. If your brain rests, then you rest. See you later.